Hello, Leo. Welcome to Essence Reflections Tarot. My name is Krista, and this is your reading for the week of May 13th to 19th, 2019. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, you can check out my introduction video, or you can stay tuned and watch an actual reading rather than watching me talk about readings. Let's dive in. So the first card you have, and the one that we're going to be using to talk about what's going on for you physically, is the Five of Wands. And the second card, and the one looking at your emotions right now, is the Judgment card in reverse. And looking at your mental realm, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And in the spiritual, you have the Four of Wands. So in looking at this reading, I can see that you have a lot of passion and a lot of emotion going on right now, a lot of fire. And you have some big emotional shifts that are happening. I probably don't need to tell you that. It's probably very much apparent to you at this point. In terms of physically, it looks like there's a bit of perhaps rivalry happening with respect to what you're passionate about and what it is you want to do physically, be it for work, for exercise, for health, for anything physical that's happening for you right now. There's some debate happening. It's not cruel or vicious debate, but it can be quite heated and quite passionate. And it's like you're waiting for that one to win out, that one driving passion that you have, that you want to be the leader and that you want to be the one that really leads things for you. You have a number of different options available to you, and you've been really struggling with which to pick, or whether they should pick themselves, or how that should all fall into place. And emotionally, it looks like you're coming to the end of a cycle. You're not at the end yet. You haven't stepped through that threshold, but you are almost there. And this is a time for you to be looking at who you really are and asking yourself, who am I really? This journey that you've been on and all of this debating that's been happening, you've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned a lot about how to process your emotions. And at this point, it's just that last little leg of calling back to you those things that perhaps you had discarded or let go of, or buried deeply, that really need to still be a part of you if you're going to be integrated and whole. This is the time for you to really sit with your emotions. And that might feel a bit overwhelming at this point because there seems to be a lot going on. And I can see that perhaps you're comfortable with all of the passion and all of that happening around you, but you're not as comfortable internally with the emotions that are happening to you. And that as you're coming to the end of this cycle, a new cycle will start to begin, and that beginning is being a bit stifled at this point. It's like You're trying to clamp down on those emotions, um, primarily with your thinking. You're using your thinking to keep your emotions under wrap. Um, and it doesn't look like they are negative emotions. It looks to me like you're having some very positive emotions. Positive. They're all just emotions, right? But we're more comfortable with some than we are with others, and we like to demonize some and jealousize others. And these emotions don't seem like the ones that we are normally comfortable with demonizing. The ones that you seem to be wanting to keep a lid on at this point, they're good things. They're positive, and after having gone through the tough time that you've gone through, maybe you just don't quite trust those emotions at this point, and that's fair. Um, there's no judgment here at all. Well, I mean, there's a judgment card, but there's no judgment here at all. You might want to try allowing yourself to dabble in them just a little bit here and there, and to open to the possibility of allowing those emotions to move through you and to be free. Anything we keep stuck and suppress, that's when they start to go underground and to cause us problems, because they stay in our unconscious, and then we're making decisions and actions and behaving in ways that are coming from our unconscious, and we just don't know what's going to happen when that happens. So it's good for you to allow that to come out and come up and sit with it, even though sometimes it can be almost harder to sit with the positive than it is to sit with the negative, because we're so used to being with the negative. But you've worked through a lot of your negative, and it's okay for you to experience some joy, perhaps. Just leave the door open for that possibility and see how that feels for you and how that shifts. Because really, when I look at how things are for you spiritually, like, there is a homecoming waiting for you. You have stability there. There is a welcoming and just an opening, and maybe that's also what's a little bit scary for you, because maybe that doesn't feel as familiar as the quarreling and debating and all of that. And we can become a little bit addicted to the quarreling and debating and all of that kind of chaotic passion. And sometimes it's okay just to let that go and to see what else there is and see what else is going on for you. Yeah, so really it's about your emotions here and allowing yourself to feel what you feel, even when it is something good. And it's okay to be in a good place. It's okay to acknowledge that it's not as difficult as it has been. It's not, you're not setting a precedent. You're not saying that you have to stay there, because things tend to ebb and to flow, and that's okay. That's just how it goes. But it is okay to kind of enjoy the moments of relief and release and stability. That's okay. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Let me know if any of it resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below. And if it didn't, that's okay. It's a general reading. It doesn't always resonate for everybody. If you would like to book your own personal reading, you can contact me on my website, which is in the description box below, or you can message me here. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great week.